Hi friends, welcome back to maths classes. Today we are going to discuss about the third phase of maths, that's geometry. Totally the maths has three subdivisions, that algebra, arithmetic and geometry. Arithmetic is considered as first, algebra second and third it's geometry. Now there are geometry means discussing about shapes, sizes, angle and different topics related to the plane angles or solid angles. Now let's learn about basics of geometry. Now the basics of geometry contains two parts, that's plane geometry and solid geometry. Plane geometry deals with the flat shapes which can be drawn on piece of paper. These include lines, circles, triangles or of two dimensions. This plane geometry is also known as dimensional geometry, two-dimensional geometry. Here plane geometry means the shapes which we discuss on the papers or any rough sheets or boards. But 3D, three-dimensional geometry means we discuss it lively like buildings or architecture works will be done. Now these are the examples of three, like square, triangle, circle. These are the shapes. Now all two-dimensional figures have two measures, that such as length and breadth. It does not deal with the depth of shapes. Some examples of plane figures are square, triangle, rectangle, circle and so on. It means two-dimensional figures just have either length or breadth or length and breadth. It doesn't deal with the depth of shapes. If it start to deal with the depth of shapes, then 2D geometry will be converted into 3D geometry. So it doesn't take the 2D or depth of the shapes. Now examples of these plane figures are square, triangle, rectangle and circle, etc. Now the square, triangle, circle or rectangle will be formed from plane geometry or some three major terms, that's point, angle and line. Now what is point? Point is a precise location or a place on a plane. A dot usually represents them. It is important to understand that point is not a thing but a place. But also note that point has no dimension, preferably it has only position. It means point is a location or place on the plane. It is just represents the things, or everything can be made by point. All things are made of point. Here if we start to draw a line, the line starts from point itself. It starts like this. Or if you want to draw a square, like this, will be adding. Millions of points will be under one shape, or millions infinite points will be at one shape, like triangle, rectangle, square. If we divide these lines, finally we get smallest point, or small furthest point again we can divide into several parts. So points are indefinite in the plane or any dimension figure. Now there are two types of points, collinear points and non-collinear points. Collinear points are the points which are at the straight line, like these are the collinear points. This has a straight line, but non-collinear points are like this. This doesn't form any shape or size. These just move on. A line is a straight which no curves and has no thickness, extends in both directions. Here these have thickness just to represent, but line doesn't have thickness, they're just very thin. These lines extend at both directions infinitely. The lines which extend at both directions are known, the points which extend at both directions are known as lines, and the points which extend at only one direction is known as ray. Here this extends like this and this extends in this way, but here ray extends only one side and it has only one endpoint, but line doesn't have endpoint, ray has endpoint. And line segment is a line with two endpoints. It stops at a certain place or certain distance. Line doesn't stop and ray also doesn't stop. Ray has starting point, ending point, and line segment has both starting point and line has either starting point nor ending point. Thank you. In the next video, we are going to discuss about 3D figures and angles. That's part 2 of geometry. Please like this video, share and subscribe to our channel. That's Steady to IT. Have a great day.